Dear brothers and sisters, today, let us reflect on Genesis 22, where Abraham is tested by God to offer his son Isaac. This passage reveals profound lessons about faith, obedience, and God's redemptive plan. It is a deeply moving story that challenges our faith and showcases God's grace. 1. Absolute faith and obedience. The passage begins, "After these things God tested Abraham and said to him, 'Abraham.' And he said, 'Here I am.'" Genesis 22:1. Abraham's response, "Here I am," reflects his readiness to listen and obey God. When God asked Abraham to offer Isaac, his beloved son, as a burnt offering, he did not hesitate but rose early the next morning to obey. Genesis 22:3. Imagine the emotional turmoil Abraham faced. Yet, he trusted God's wisdom over his own understanding. Lesson: like Abraham, we are often called to trust God even when his plans seem unclear. Are we willing to respond with immediate obedience? 2. The purpose of God's test. Why did God test Abraham? It was not to cause him pain but to reveal and strengthen his faith, drawing him into a deeper relationship with God. When Abraham lifted the knife to sacrifice Isaac, the angel of the Lord intervened, saying, "Do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." Genesis 22:12. Lesson: God's tests refine our faith. Trials are not meant to destroy us but to purify our trust in Him. 3. Isaac's trust and obedience. Isaac's role in this story also highlights trust and submission. When he asked, "Where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham replied, "God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering." Genesis 22:7-8. Isaac did not resist but trusted his father. This mirrors the obedience of Jesus Christ, who willingly submitted to God's will and bore the cross for our redemption. Lesson: like Isaac, we are called to trust God's plans, even when we don't fully understand them. Jehovah Jireh, the Lord will provide. At the moment of greatest need, God provided a ram to replace Isaac as the sacrifice. Abraham named the place "the Lord will provide." Genesis 20:14. This not only reflects God's provision for Abraham but also foreshadows the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus Christ, the Lamb of God, for the sins of the world. Lesson: God is our provider. When we walk in obedience, He will supply all that we need. 5. God's promise reaffirmed. Because of Abraham's obedience, God reaffirmed His covenant. "I will surely bless you, and I will surely multiply your offspring as the stars of heaven, and as the sand that is on the seashore, and in our offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed." Genesis 22:17-18. This promise points directly to Jesus Christ, who brings blessings to all nations. Lesson: God's promises are unwavering. Our faith and obedience position us to experience His blessings. 6. A foreshadowing of Christ's sacrifice. This story is rich with symbolism that points to Jesus, the only Son. Isaac represents God's only Son, Jesus. Mount Moriah. The location is near where Jesus would later be crucified. The substitute, the ram, prefigures Christ, who died in our place. Lesson: through this account, we see the depth of God's love and His plan for salvation through Jesus Christ. Conclusion: brothers and sisters, the story of Abraham offering Isaac teaches us that faith and obedience are foundational to our walk with God. Though trials may come, we can trust in His provision and promises. Let us be inspired by Abraham's example to live lives of unwavering faith and complete trust, knowing that the Lord will provide. May this story encourage us to deepen our faith, rely on God's grace, and walk confidently in His plans. Thank you.